He's an angry pumpkin.
You just did that because you wanted a reaction from me.
What did you want? You want
I wanted a smiling pumpkin.
What about an angry pumpkin?
Pumpkins mostly smile if you look at them.
But it's Halloween. And everybody knows that Halloween has angry pumpkins.
Oh, I've never seen an angry pumpkin.
Like my angry pumpkin right here. It's an angry pumpkin because Halloween is a scary time.
Actually, the scariest clowns are the ones that are smiling at you while they're, you know.
Oh, like the It clown that I've got on the mantle in there?
Yeah. Frowning doesn't necessarily mean scary.
It clown, which I'm about to make a movie, It. He or she, he is. He's a scary clown. I've never found clowns scary, but after getting the movie, after reading the book, I can see why they think it's scary.
Whatever will attract attention, that's what you do.
Wait, what are you battling about?
I said you did that because you knew people would comment on it and go, hey, man, it's frowning, and then you can get attention for it.
No, I honestly made it because I think it's a cool pumpkin. If you said make a pumpkin, which I said to myself, make a pumpkin.
You knew people would go, why is it frowning? And then you'd get to engage with people because you like to engage with people.
Now, see, this is complete falsehood. I honestly just wanted to make a pumpkin. I wanted to carve a pumpkin. So naturally, the first thing that came to my mind is a scary pumpkin or an angry pumpkin. I was thinking actually with the mud or whatever it is on this pumpkin. For some reason, I was thinking of Ernest Borgnine. And he's got the eyebrows and everything. Angry pumpkin. Roar. Okay, folks, I lost the audio to this video that you're seeing. I looked for it for about 2 hours the other night, and I couldn't find anywhere. I didn't lose it like the computer ate it or the phone ate it or it got lost in the ether. I actually deleted it. But I was hoping that I hadn't deleted it because it's a real pain in the butt when I just give you the audio from the camera because the camera's audio, well, it sucks. What I'm showing you here is a Royal Bobbles bobblehead from the movie It, or the books by Stephen King, It. I got the idea of doing another horror show for this year. 2 years ago I did Dracula. I made a 5-part series on Dracula. Last year I didn't do anything for Halloween because we were in the middle of a horror story of an election, which ended up being even more of a horror story with the Democrats stealing the election. And anyway, I'm going to do politics in my next show. But I decided that I would do some kind of a show for Halloween because the Dracula thing was a lot of fun, and I was looking for something new to do. And of course, I want to pick a book that maybe has a movie to go with it. And I was looking through the Royal Bobble website, and I realized that Pennywise the Dancing Clown, which I hadn't intended, it came out a year ago, and I hadn't intended to get it. And I thought, you know, why not? Why not? I haven't ever read the book. I read The Shining. I saw the movie The Shining. I reread the book The Shining about 10 times. I mean, literally 10 times. I've seen the movie a couple, 3 or 4 times throughout my life. Jack Nicholson does a good part in the movie. But outside of that, the movie, and everybody loves the movie, but the movie of The Shining sucks compared to the book. I mean, I can't tell you how everybody, I would tell you, don't watch the movie, read the book. Well, it's the same thing with It. I read the book, and it's a fantastic book. It really is. And I'm not, I think Stephen King is a great writer, and his modern stuff that he's done recently, it pretty much sucks because he's such a liberal, and I can't stand all of his woke crap that seems to come out these days. But his earlier writings were much better. It is a really good book, and I have the audio book to it, and the reader in that does a fantastic job. The Royal Bobble that they made, Royal Bobbles, first off, they make fantastic baubles. I have so many of them. I don't even want to tell you how many I have, but I use them as props. I'm not a bobblehead collector, but you'd think I was if you went in and see. I keep all of them in the original boxes because it keeps the dust off of them, keeps them from breaking, and I get them out whenever I'm going to do a show. And the reason I bought so many is there's a lot of shows I plan to do in the future, especially historical shows. But this, you can see I'm pulling it out very carefully because they got it packed in there tight. I mean, really tight. Normally they're not packed that tight, but it's pretty delicate. But it came out fine. Nothing was broken on it. It is a fantastic model. And I've read the book. I saw the first movie done in 1990. I saw the first chapter 1. The movies don't do anything for the book. I mean, if you haven't seen any of it, my advice is either read the book or get the audio for the book and forget about the movies, because Hollywood can't do anything but screw things up. I mean, when they're given a perfectly good book to write a screenplay by, they can't seem to manage it. They're just completely retarded. So my advice is, if you want real entertainment, get a book, read it, or get an audio book and listen to it. Forget about Hollywood. But anyway, this is Pennywise the Dancing Clown, and that's my next film. My name is Colonel Jim Ed Love. My next film is going to be a Halloween film. I'm also going to produce some politics films because I'm dying to get into the politics of all of this vaccination crap, these vaccination mandate crap. But I'm going to produce a film on a very special horror movie that I think is going to be really good. But I've got a very narrow window to produce this in, so we're going to see if I can get it out by Halloween. Okay, well, I guess we know that didn't happen. I did not get it out by Halloween, seeing as that I'm recording this on November 1st, and I didn't get it. What happened, folks, is I tried to finish the book and the movies, and I just couldn't. I didn't leave. When this was recorded, it was recorded about a week ago, and I thought that I'd be able to get this done in a short amount of time, which is, if you know, you always have these things where they ask you, what is your biggest flaw that you can name about yourself? And I would say the biggest flaw that I can name about myself is I always overestimate what I can do in a period of time that I have before me. And obviously I did not have enough time. The novel is a massive book. It's as thick as an old Fort Worth phone book, when we had the full phone books with the white pages and the yellow pages combined. But it's going to be really good. It is going to be really good, not to use a pun. But I'm sorry, obviously I didn't meet this goal. But I am going to produce this in the month of November, so I say. Anyway, I just had to interrupt this show and tell you that. I did a Halloween movie a couple of years ago on Dracula, the novel, and I covered all the movies too. You can go watch that right here if you want. But you can look forward to this one. I'm not going to say what it is yet. And of course, again, when I recorded this a week or so ago, I thought that I would be producing this before Halloween. And obviously, you know what I'm going to produce. So my big mystery is out with this film. That's why I was doing this film, so that it was kind of a prequel to announce what I was doing. And because I wanted to do the opening of the Bobblehead for Pennywise the Clown. And I had the part of the beginning with an argument between Sherry and I. And actually, just to let you know, that argument between Sherry and I was a real argument. It wasn't an argument. It was just a passerby conversation as I was carving the pumpkin. She happened to come in the kitchen, and we had this little exchange. And I listened to it, and I thought, well, I just happened to have the camera on when she came in. And I thought, well, you know what? I should just edit it down and kind of make a little skit out of it. And that's what I did. So I put that at the beginning of this film and as kind of an entertainment thing. But it is going to come real soon. I'm in the midst of still churning through the material. I've got a lot of things to say, and I can already anticipate this being like a 4-part series or something. I just know that. Anyway. And I desperately want to do some politics too, because I'm dying to get in front of the microphone, in front of the camera, and talk about all of the insanity going on. And I've got my own theories too of what's going on too. And I'm going to give you that prediction when I do the political video. But I do want to do this literary review on it, and I hope you look forward to it. So anyway, we'll finish this and we'll see you in the next film. But it's going to be great. Anyway, until next time, this is BarbWire Strategy. I'm Colonel Jim Love. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.